Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special Friday night edition of AEW Dark. I'm Excalibur, joined as always by the human suplex machine, Taz, and great to have Olympic bronze medalist Anthony Ogogo back with us here tonight.
Thank you, it's great to be here. I'm looking forward to Full Gear tomorrow night, but first and foremost, we've got a big night of action here on Dark tonight.
Well, let's not delay. Send it down to Justin Roberts, who's standing by in the ring.
This contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring first, from Chelsea, Michigan, Tesha Price.
Tesha Price making her AEW debut, Taz. Always great to see a Michigander in the ring.
Oh, absolutely. I love Michigan. I'm over huge there. But, yeah, I'm interested to see Miss Price here do a thing. She's got a great look. So let's see what happens. I'm over huge.
You're over huge in Michigan.
Huge in Michigan. So's Anthony.
Is that true, Anthony?
And her opponent, from Clearwater, Florida, Big Swole.
Now, Anthony, you've got some heavy hands, but pound for pound, Big Swole might be the hardest hitter in AEW.
She bangs like a horse's kick. Look, I know I'm meant to be neutral here at this desk, guys, but I don't think I can because I'm in awe of this young lady. I don't know how much of you of her career in life you know, guys, but what a life she's lived.
She certainly has. Serving in the military, proud mother, and proudly ranked number 4 in the women's division in AEW. Of course, tomorrow night at Full Gear, the Women's World Championship will be on the line when Hikaru Shida defends against the native beast, Nyla Rose. Nyla looking to become the first ever 2-time champion here in AEW.
Both ladies here trying to get jockey for some position with these strong lockups, and Tesha got dropped right there by Big Swole for that lockup. Nice drop step into a go behind by Tesha. Standing switch. Well done by Swole. Great mat return. Here we go.
Ooh, Swole driving those knees into the kidneys, the lower back of Tesha Price.
She's got a lot of height on that. You see that? You know, she got a lot of height, as you guys saw, to really drive that knee. Nice switch right there again from the mat into a full Nelson. Well done. This girl can grapple.
Now, Anthony, when you're in there with a power puncher, what is the
That Excalibur, that's what you got to do.
Yeah, right.
I was gonna say, how do you neutralize that advantage?
Well, you got to listen. Like if you stand in front of a big puncher, you're going to get punched hard. So Tesha Price has got to use her footwork and make the most of her distance. Get into range, do some damage, get out of range, and keep doing that.
Yeah, I think you're right on that, Anthony. She was a little indecisive there after that snapmare. Not sure what she wanted to do, and then she went for a cover. Sometimes the key is when you get some experience, you want to be one step ahead of your move, and the more experience you are, hopefully 2 steps ahead.
Yeah, and this is you have to keep in mind the jitters. Coming here.
Sure, yeah.
You say jitters, guys, but I asked Tesha Price before the match how she's feeling. She went, I'm feeling good. So I'm here for one reason. I'm here to make all the bitches pay the price.
Oh.
Her words.
Oh, all right.
And she could be making Swole pay the price. Great single foot drop kick there. Hooks the far leg. Swole kicking out at 1.
Well, it obviously would be a massive upset if Tesha Price can get a victory here on Big Swole. She's got complete control of the head and arms of Swole right now, and she's doing well, this young lady.
Tesha Price in control of Swole. Swole, though, fighting up or out of the grip of Price, back up to the feet. Couple shots to the midsection, that uppercut.
Oh, stopped her. Nice. Oh, look at that. Turnabout's fair play.
Yeah, Swole and Price. Just got clocked.
Thou shalt not pass. Jesus Christ, that was a big clothesline.
Strong. Here comes some slaps, open hand slaps. Missed the high round kick, missed the low kick. Did not miss the headbutt. Got a little knock woozy right there.
Swole, the huge headbutt. Dropped Tesha Price. Double under. Hook. Tiger driver.
That was nasty.
And now looking for the Texas Cloverleaf.
Look at that shin and knee across the back. You got to tap out. No shot of not tapping out.
Swole.
Well, Anthony, impressive submission victory for Big Swole. We were talking about her power, but showing a new dimension of her game here tonight.
And that's the AEW, got one of the best rosters in the world. And to stay on top of the roster, you've got to keep learning. You've got to be adding the strings to your bow. And that's great. She's known as a big, powerful punch, but look at this. This is a fantastic submission.
Well, yeah, this Texas Swole is, I've unfortunately been in one of these by the great Dean Malenko. Not fun. It's a very excruciating submission hold, and Swole got the victory off of it.
Big victory for Big Swole to kick off this special Friday night edition of AEW Dark.
SCU's Christopher Daniels goes one-on-one with the high-flying Matt Sydal coming up next.
This bout is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Making his way to the ring from Clearwater, Florida, weighing 166 pounds, Matt Sydal.
Matt Sydal has built a career around high flying, but now has added a new dimension to his game as a submission specialist. It'll be interesting to see how he stacks up against one of his oldest friends and actually former tag team partner in SCU's Christopher Daniels here tonight.
SCU! And his opponent, from Southern California, weighing 215 pounds, he is the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels.
Wow, Daniels, big Pyro Jones, I love it.
Christopher Daniels and SCU have had their share of issues with TH2. You've seen here in the last few weeks on Dark, but Daniels can't afford to look past Matt Sydal. Taz, you've faced a lot of guys that you teamed with before. Daniels and Matt Sydal were former Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. What do you have to do? What is your mindset when you're in there with somebody that you have that much history with?
Well, Excalibur's your point, man. It's what you're alluding to. It's very hard. I mean, it's hard because when you are a partner, when you're tagging up with someone and have that success that they've had, you've given up everything you know. You're sharing everything with your teammate of what you know how to do, what you do, so you know the guy's strengths and weaknesses. So we'll see here. I think you laid it out perfectly regarding Sydal, how he's evolved his game from high flying to mat work. But you're in there with a ring general, so it's tough. Nice strong side headlock into, looks like, well, got control, double, two-hand, 2-on-1 right there on the wrist and controlling that arm, but Sydal with a nice roll out of it.
Sydal goes through, continuing to focus on the arm of Christopher Daniels. Want to remind everybody that Full Gear is coming up tomorrow night, Saturday, November 7th, 8 o'clock Eastern. You can order it right now on pay-per-view, BR Live, or Fight TV internationally. Do not want to miss it. John Moxley takes on Eddie Kingston, the I Quit match for the AEW World Championship in our main event tomorrow night.
Well, nice deep arm drags here by Sydal. Trying to call it down the middle as far as what's happening. Whoa, nice small package.
Inside cradle, yeah.
As far as Full Gear tomorrow night, which you heard what I said on Dynamite. I don't want to get into it right here. Anthony's here as our guest. Anthony and I become friends. And, I'm a professional. I call it down the middle, Anthony.
100%.
And Anthony, we talked about how Sydal's game has evolved that we've seen recently. How important is that, as for a competitor to keep adding new dimensions to their game?
Yeah, it's massive. Like Matt Sydal, he used to be known as a high flyer, but now he's a visionary. He's a visionary wrestler,
Cover here, just a 1 count.
And that's why he points to that third eye when he comes down, because he uses the mind games of wrestling better than most people. He knows he's got to do other things to make up for his lack of size. Big fan of Matt Sydal. We saw him last week on Dark, and he was brilliant beating Lee Johnson, and he's having a good match so far.
Yeah, the thing is with someone like Christopher Daniels, who's just, not many guys have more experience than Sydal, but if anyone does, oh, look at that, nice counter.
Rolls him up.
Well, right to my point there. If anyone has more experience than Sydal, it would be Daniels.
Wow. Caught him with the heel right on the bridge of the nose. Dropped Christopher Daniels. Powerful kick by Matt Sydal.
Yeah, you definitely rocked. He definitely rocked CD right there for sure.
Oh!
Wow.
Cover.
Well, the spine is not meant to take Strong, powerful round kicks like that. Or the hamstring. That is a tough one right there. That's rough.
Matt Sydal looking to chop down Christopher Daniels. And as you mentioned, Anthony, Sydal doing a good job to neutralize that size advantage that Daniels has.
He's doing a really good job. You know, they first wrestled 17 years ago, back in 2003. Love that move.
Amazing.
Covers, hooks the far leg. Daniels kicks out.
It's hard to explain what kind of athlete you got to be to perform that move.
Well, within that, to your point, Anthony, into that small area of height where, you know, Sydal jumps up and how he's able to turn his body and control his body weight. At 166 pounds, that's not a lot of weight, but he's ripped, he's chiseled, and the key is, and you notice as being a world-class fighter, a boxer, cardio is everything. And the same thing in our industry in pro wrestling. Cardio, people don't understand how vital that is. And a guy like Sydal has great endurance and cardio.
Yeah, and it's, yes, he is only 166 pounds, but he's got speed. And as they say in the fight game, speed kills.
Sure,
speed.
Yeah.
Another kick across the leg of Christopher Daniels. Part of Sydal's high-flying game is, part of the reason why he's so good at high-flying is because of those powerful legs, but Daniels using his power advantage there to plant Matt Sydal. Task scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate the suplex?
I'll give him a, well, I'm friends with CD, so he'll get hot. I'll give him a strong 9.2.
Oh, wow, very generous.
Hey, I made a living off that throw, so it's a nice high collar or some call an exploder. Good job. And Daniels is rolling now.
Oh, and steps through with the STO. Dropping Sydal.
Whoa, big saliva spurt right there. Did you see that? That was heavy.
Taz calling all the action inside the ring.
Couldn't miss it.
Sits out, Blue Thunder bomb, 1, 2, no.
It's like he just spewed out a bottle of seltzer. Crazy. Wow.
Anyway. Matt Sydal. Gets dropped down. Daniels in the Koji clutch.
Nasty hold. CD has done this hold. Oh, nice. A foot on the rope, I believe.
Yeah, Sydal got his foot on that bottom rope to force the break. Great ring awareness by Matt Sydal.
Matt Stantz ring awareness, same thing. And then you're right. Exactly, Excalibur. Nice headbutt. Sure on your day, Ant.
Yeah, do you know
You're doing some headbutts today, right? Yeah, boxers are known for a little headbutt.
Yeah, I've stuck a cheeky headbutt in now and then, mate, in a tough fight.
I bet.
But for me, being a young professional wrestler myself, it's an absolute honor
wow.
to watch stuff like that. But to watch Christopher Daniels, I've been a fan of his for so long.
Sure.
He's so smooth in the ring. Like, it's an honor. It really is an honor to be here.
Oh, man.
Jacked him up.
Just planning Daniels. 1, 2, no.
That's tough. That's a high landing on the back of your skull, upper neck region there. And that was nasty, man.
I mean, such a simple move, but so effective.
Yeah, I mean, it shows the toughness of Daniels. Nice roll
Covers. Daniels went for that STO one too many times. Sydal able to counter it, and again, chopping him down with those kicks to the outside of the thigh.
That's the former teammates right there, as you pointed out, Excalibur, knowing each other's offense.
Sydal sent up over the top, roundhouse, staggers Daniels back towards center.
Sydal can fly.
Matt Sydal was looking for the Meteora, but
strong Uranagi. What?
Look at this, TH2. I mentioned earlier that SCU's had their share of issues with TH2, but that doesn't look like they're making a move towards the ring, but
that distraction was enough for Sydal to capitalize on a rising knee strike.
The roundhouse kick, boot to the midsection, double underhook. Angel's wings reversed.
Oh, the counter.
Sydal got him hooked. 3, wow.
The winner of this match, Matt Sydal.
Anthony, for a veteran like Christopher Daniels to be distracted by TH2, I mean, that's a pretty surprising mental lapse.
Yeah, he's going to be very angry at himself for doing that. That's a novice move, and you'd expect Christopher Daniels to be better than that. But listen, let's take nothing away from Matt Sydal. He was fantastic. He told me earlier he's been chasing Christopher Daniels for 17 years. He's finally got him. Well done, Matt Sydal.
Well, yeah, no, I agree with you, Anthony. You know, Daniels just took the eye off the prize, and THQ, they came out here at the right time to distract him. And I'll tell you, it was perfect. I mean, it was perfect for them.
Yeah, timing was everything. for TH2 providing the distraction, but Matt Sydal, his experience with Christopher Daniels allowed him to anticipate and counter that Angel's wings and pick up the victory here tonight.
Sorry about that. A lot of respect right there. Brandon Cutler in action against Michael Nakazawa. That is next on Dark.
This contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit.
Nakazawa.
From Tokyo, Japan, weighing 203 pounds, he is Michael Nakazawa.
Taz Michael Nakazawa, Turkish oil wrestling practitioner.
Yes, well, seems like he's got a different type of footwear, a little lower than normal. I guess it's to get more oil on the rest of his skin. He's obsessed. See what I'm saying? Like a low, like a bicycling shoe.
Actually, below the ankle there. Interesting.
I don't know how many people wrestle with bicycle shoes, huh?
And his opponent from Rancho Cucamonga, California, weighing 192 pounds, Brandon Cutler.
Brandon Cutler, we saw pick up his first ever AEW victory in that no disqualification, no count out match against Peter Avalon.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, since then, I got to really be honest. You know, I try to do the right thing out here. You know how I am.
Yeah, straight shooter.
Yeah, thank you. Cutler has had such an ego since that victory over Avalon.
He's got pyro now.
There's pyro. He walks around.
Pyro
I said, "Hey, Brandon, how you doing? Congratulations." He goes, "Yeah, right." Oh, nice to see you, pal. Yeah, so that's Cutler. Yeah, he's got. I mean, maybe not to you, but to me.
Are you sure that was Brandon Cutler?
Yeah, it's the guy we're looking at. Wow. He's walking around with his ball in his hand, the polyhedric ball. All right.
Actually, I mean, a ball is something that's perfectly round. A polyhedral die has many sides.
Octagon ball. Well,
wow, I didn't know Cutler's song had a second verse.
Oh yeah, yes.
It's actually got 3. Getting the extended mix.
He's over like Rover. Well, I'll tell you, the Turkish oil was thrown away from Nakazawa. He's like, hey, we're going to go at it dry. We're not going to go oil. We're going to in dry. That's it.
Well, remember the last time these two men met, Michael Nakazawa actually won via countout. And Brandon Cutler was thrown over the barricade, unable to make it back into the ring on time. Interesting to see if Cutler is able to put together a little bit of a streak here in the wins department.
Almost lost his balance. Nice with that moonsault, but landed tough. But able to recover, and Nakazawa a tad overzealous and paid for it.
Escaped through the ropes. Now Cutler comes over, just kicking Nakazawa.
Yeah, good offense right there by Cutler.
Top of the head. Cutler brings Nakazawa back up to his feet. Hoists him up, and
wow.
Reverse DDT, covers 2, no! Wow.
Get him there. Good toughness by Nakazawa to kick out. But that was a hard, nasty impact there.
Nakazawa, for his, for his, he has this predilection for antics, and but he's still a tough competitor, a tough out, Taz.
Oh yeah, no, he knows what he's doing. I mean, for sure. We knew that from day one. Ooh, wow, Cutler went for his patented springboard deal there, but he got caught.
And Nakazawa, the double sledge.
That was an over-exaggerated double axe handle, double sledge, huh?
Yeah, right into the lower back, the spine.
His trunks very, very low. Besides, he likes low stuff. His shoes, his trunks. I mean, it's very odd. His wardrobe.
A little bit of gimmick infringement, Taz, with the.
It's a little bit orange.
I was gonna say, the orange ties on the side. Oh! Cutler driven into the barricade.
Knocked a few of those slunkers that were ringside on their ass.
And
Nakazawa oil.
Using the oil to slick up the rope. Oh, no! Cutler slipped off the ropes, and he very nearly is going to be counted out again.
Well, that Turkish oil, people don't realize it's much slipperier than baby oil. It's a different slipper. Yeah, see, it's very slippery.
It's extra slippery.
It's extra slick.
That was your nickname in high school.
Extra slick, yes.
Brandon Cutler, big elbow. Takes Nakazawa off his feet. Cutler in prime. Stay in prime position to capitalize, but Nakazawa with that spear.
Might get it here.
Hooks both legs, 1, 2, no! Cutler fires that shoulder up off the canvas.
Good job on that kick out there. You got caught hard with that spear and you just popped the shoulder up. That's all it needs. You don't have to kick out all the time, but Nakazawa's locked in here.
Nakazawa, oh, Cutler escapes. And, oh, Nakazawa's hand slipping off.
Slipping
off the oil. And now, oh, the TPK! Cutler covers, 2, 3, wow!
The winner of this match, Brandon Cutler.
Brandon Cutler, man. Yo, he's on a roll here. 2 in a row.
2 in a row for Brandon Cutler, picking up his 2nd ever win at the expense of Michael Nakazawa. You see Nakazawa, he oiled up those ropes earlier.
He got bit by the oil that bit him. Yeah, something like that.
Bit by the oil that bit him.
Exactly. Sprayed it up with oil, he slicked it all up, big slick city, and next thing you know, it cost him the match. Cutler stands the victor.
Brandon Cutler stringing together a couple victories here. The sky's the limit.
Frankie Kazarian, last week on Dark, I tried asking you, what are your goals here in AEW? Unfortunately, we were rudely interrupted, so just wondering to see if I could get some of those.
Tasha, let me first apologize on behalf of Jack Evans and Angelico, and while I respect what they do in a wrestling ring, I cannot defend their stupidity. Last week you asked me a very direct question, what are my goals in AEW? And it's simple. Whether I'm out there with Christopher Daniels or Scorpio Sky or by myself, the goal's the same. And that's to prove that I am elite, that I do belong at the top of the AEW food chain, and I am the best wrestler in AEW. But at the same time, I'm not a guy that's asked to take part in these cute little commercial shoots, or I'm not a guy that's asked to be a part of these photo shoots for promotional materials. And that's okay, because what I'm asked to do is wrestle, and I go out there and I do that each and every week better than anybody else. And if it sounds like I have a chip on my shoulder, that's not the case. I have a whole damn block of ice up here, and by the way, it's the same ice that's running through my veins and running through my soul, and it's what's gonna propel me to get where I need to be, and that's at the top of AEW. Dasha, I didn't come this far to only come this far. And if anybody has any objection to anything I've said, I welcome you to prove me wrong.
All right, guys, here we go. Can't wait to see it. Whoa! Que Dios bendiga la botella.
Oh my gosh, Chris, you've completely outdone yourself.
But dead ass, yo, how is this even possible?
I mean, look at the craftsmanship. It's so beautiful.
Look how it turned out. It's absolutely exquisite.
Drink what the demo god drinks.
A little bit of the bubbly is back, baby.
Supplies are limited. Go to littlebitofthebubbly.com and order now. Get it before it's gone, because last year sold out.
Viva el vino brioso! Yay! Ay, ay, ay!
The Ivy League MVP Griff Garrison in action next here on AEW Dark.
This contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring from Miami, Florida, weighing 142 pounds, Ariel Dominguez.
Ariel Dominguez making his AEW Dark debut. He's got a big opportunity here tonight, Taz, against Griff Garrison.
Yeah, he's going to give up a little bit of size to Mr. Garrison, but we'll see. We'll see what young Dominguez can get done. I think he's wiped his boots enough there, but okay.
Is that gimmick infringement yet?
A little bit,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
A lot of it, actually. Everybody who wipes their boots is definitely gimmick infringement. I invented that too.
And his opponent from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, weighing 230 pounds, Griff Garrison.
Taz, your favorite Ivy League graduate, Griff Garrison, turns to action here tonight on Dark.
Still not, I mean, he's really pushing the double buy gimmick, but that's cool. Yeah, I like Griff, but he's still not an Ivy League guy.
Griff Garrison, Ariel Dominguez. Sure enough, a little bit of a height differential, Taz.
Yeah, I pointed out that's going to happen. Pretty obvious, right? But Dominguez, no back down. Whoa, look at those chops.
Yeah, Dominguez, he cites Rey Mysterio as one of his great inspirations in all the pro wrestling as Griff Garrison sends Dominguez
whoa,
into the ropes and drops him down.
Yeah, that one, when you got that kind of height and Griff's got a lot of strength, you do a basic backdrop and you have a guy, you're giving up that much size, that it becomes a hellacious, hellacious back top.
That was a...
Or back top, or backdrop. First day of my new tongue. That was a...
Dominguez floats over. Griff Garrison, though, big boot turns Dominguez inside out.
I might have just made Botchamania on that one. But that was hell of a boot right
First time ever.
Not. Wasn't that funny, though? It really wasn't. That's okay.
Dominguez struggling to get up to his feet. Griff Garrison. Oh, massive splash in the corner, sending Dominguez across the ring, pillar to post.
Dominguez in trouble. Oh, he got out of the way. Smart, good quickness by Dominguez.
He escaped underneath the bottom rope, diving crossbody. Garrison showing off his strength, catching.
This is bad for Dominguez, obviously. This is bad.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
The rack bomb. Oh, no. Dominguez landed on his feet and just withered after that elbow strike.
Massive forearm shiver, man. Elbow, forearm, whatever you want to call it. Backbreaker here.
And spins him out. There's the rack bomb. Covers 2, 3. Wow, Griff Garrison, man.
Impressive.
Griff Garrison.
Well, he had a good opportunity, Griff. He was taking on someone that he was obviously had a massive size advantage on, and also Dominguez, this was his debut here, so definitely probably a little nervous under the bright lights.
Griff Garrison, a great showing here. Oh, no. As we saw on Dark after Griff Garrison and Brian Pillman were victorious, Lance Archer and Jake the Snake Roberts made their way to the ring and assaulted Garrison.
Get out of the ring, Griff. You need to leave right now. Save your ass. Get out of here.
Why is he not listening? Why is he not listening?
Some people just never learn.
Griff Garrison not backing down from Lance
Archer. You beat
Archer.
up a little kid. Oh, my God.
Oh, look at this.
What? Whoa. This ain't no kid you're dancing with here. There you went. Goodbye. Speaking of goodbyes. Oh, my God. Oh. Why didn't you throw him over the top rope? All the way. You know, one more try? That's why we won. We won one more shot at the all-important World Championship. I mean, I watched what happened when they got face to face. I didn't know if they were there to fight or to, I almost said a bad word. That was close. Yeah. You guys were that close. The imaginary wall saved us all from you two getting into it. Well, tomorrow night you'll have your shot and you'll get it done. Now let me say this. Eddie, if you win, this man wants that shot. I don't care if I have to DDT your mother. We will get that shot. Seems that my whole career, I was always pushed to the side, never given the championship shots. And I used to wonder why. Now I don't care because I understand. It's because they're afraid. They're afraid of what we might do. Are you afraid that we'd take our mobbers and run home with them and not come play anymore? Maybe go to Japan, just not show up? Hell no. You got at least 50 blank contracts sitting on your desk and nobody wants to grab one. God, can't we just have some fun?
Oh, I'm having fun, Jake. Are you having fun? Just a little bit. It's kind of like it's still Halloween and we're just trick-or-treating all over AEW, but Halloween is come and gone. Now, I'm not going anywhere, and I'm one scary son of a bitch. And that should scare everybody in AEW. Let me give you an example. If you were a raging bull, you might. If you were a pack of hungry wolves, you might. If you were a train 100 cars long barreling down the tracks, you might. But you're not, and you can't stop the path of punishment I'm on. And that brings me to Eddie and Moxley. You're so emotional. You're not paying attention. You're worried about your mother and not me. And that's a mistake, because you're not paying attention to the predator in the weeds. And when we pounce, we're going to rip you apart. And we're going to take the family and rip them limb from limb, one by one by one by one. I'm going to hack up the butcher. I'm going to break the blade. I'm going to burn the phoenix, and I'm going to put fear in Penta's heart like he's never felt before. And if I need to, I'll bounce the bunny. And then Eddie, it's just gonna be you and me. You and me. You and me. And it's going to be blood for blood by the gallons.
Well, a very clear message delivered by Lance Archer. Eddie Kingston and his family better watch their backs. Sean Maluta and Ryzin team up to take on the Dark Order. Stu Grayson and Evil Uno coming up next.
This is a tag team contest set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring at a combined weight of 408 pounds, the team of Sean Maluta and Ryzin.
Taz, a bit of an odd couple pairing here for Ryzin and Maluta, but they've proven to be pretty proficient competitors here.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting to see how they work as a unit. Definitely two opposites for sure, but both men are able to go pretty strong on the ding, ding, ding. Once that bell rings, Ryzin's still out of his mind. Sean Maluta, very talented also.
Man, I thought a trolley was coming through.
Oh, yeah, on a
Ding, ding, ding.
well, ding, ding. Gee whiz, that was a good one. Gee whiz.
And their opponents from the Keith at a combined weight of 422 pounds, Stu Grayson and Evil Uno.
Grayson and Uno teaming up once again. The longest tenured team of the Dark Order. And a team that is looking to get back into the conversation in the title picture. They will be very interested in that AEW World Tag Team title match tomorrow night at Full Gear as FTR defends against the Young Bucks. Oh!
Yeah, that definitely will be an amazing tag match for sure. Looking forward to that at Full Gear. And right now, Grayson not wasting time with Maluta.
Oh! Uno laying in some heavy shots across the jaw of Sean Maluta.
I don't know what he's got in mind right here. Look at, oh! Face first into the buckle.
And
oh, he's not feeling it.
Oh, Maluta fires back. Of course, Sean Maluta, part of that Samoan wrestling dynasty.
Yeah, no, he's a true pro. He knows what he's doing, Maluta. Right now, he's got tough goings here with a guy like Uno.
Takes it down with the tiaras.
Yeah, sure, beautifully done.
Ducks under the clothesline, shot to the midsection.
Nice back spin kick. He's incoming here. With a straight boot to the mush. Oh!
Hanging neckbreaker by Sean Maluta. Great series of offense here, covers.
I like that no wasted motion, go for a cover after the impactful kick by Maluta. Didn't get it, but grabbed a 2-on-1, gets control of the arm, and brings his partner in probably in a second here. Yeah. Ryzin ready to roll.
Ryzin rises to the middle rope and comes down with a sledge across the elbow of Evil Uno.
His name is just Ryzin, Calvin.
Yes.
No problems.
Right. You like how I said Ryzin was Ryzin?
No, you did. Yeah, you're tremendous. You're great. You're best
Thank you. I need constant acknowledgement.
I'm the same way. I'm very insecure also. And I think Ryzin just got his nose ripped off his face. By Evil Uno, because he's a vicious psychopath.
And talk about vicious psychopath. Oh, Ryzin reverses. Leg lariat takes down Stu Grayson. Ryzin stringing together some great offense. Northern Light suplex. Just a 1 count on Grayson.
Interesting the way he did on that Northern Lights. He modified it. He kind of started bridging before.
Yeah.
He had complete body lock. It was an interesting way to do it.
Yeah, almost. I mean, that's a pretty dangerous type of attack because you almost DDT yourself.
Absolutely. Man, his spine just, thanks to Evil Uno, driven right into the corner of the apron, that corner bead, which is that metal strip that you don't see that holds the boards together with the framing of the ring, and it's all steel there.
As we like to say, the second hardest part of the ring, Taz.
That's right, the second part.
Grayson drops the elbow across the chest. Uno covers. No, Ryzin kicks out.
Grayson thought the victory was there. You saw him on the stage area there, he's celebrating. But it's smart what Evil Uno and Grayson do. They kind of cutting that ring in half. They're keeping Ryzin in their corner, box the ears.
Great way to disorient your opponent.
It's a simple, old school move, right? But it works when you box a guy's ears. You don't see that much.
High boot by Uno takes down Ryzin. Tag out to Grayson. This is the tag team precision you've come to expect from Dark Order. And Grayson over the top.
See me now. He's always super. You know Grayson a lot longer than me. He's always been that way, right? He's always been the same way, I'm assuming.
No, this is actually something kind of new.
Really?
He was really quiet, really kind of a shy guy, but he somehow turned the corner and well, as Ryzin turns the corner here, creating an opening for himself to tag out to Sean Maluta.
Yeah, the opening's there, and here comes Maluta, but I believe Uno's legal on this thing. He tagged himself in.
Yeah, blind tag out. Uno, sends Maluta up top. Powerbomb combination by Dark Order.
Ryzin's going for a ride. You heard Grayson.
Sent into the barricades at ringside.
So dominant. Uno and Grayson, so dominant.
Evil Uno ripcords out into the flatliner. Covers 1, 2, 3.
The winner of this match, Stu Grayson and Evil Uno.
Yeah, they're just their experience over the years, just their chemistry is amazing. Uno and Grayson, just tremendous, always, every time you see them.
Not to take anything away from Ryzin and Maluta, but the first, you're teaming together for the first time, and Uno and Grayson have been teaming together for years, over a decade.
Yeah.
It's tough to beat that.
Oh, no, it really is. I mean, that's a great observation by you, Excalibur, for sure, right there. You're right, man. I mean,
thank you for the reassurance.
Well, that's what I do. I try to compliment everyone.
I really needed that.
A lot of people think I'm a schmuck, but I'm a bad guy, but I'm not. I'm actually a good guy. I just don't like being ignored and disrespected like I was on Dynamite, like we are at Full Gear, but that's a whole nother topic.
Dark Order, Evil Uno, and Stu Grayson victorious here tonight.
Absolute Ricky Starks in singles competition coming up next.
This contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, weighing 195 pounds, Trevor Reed.
Trevor Reed hanging loose there, Taz.
Trevor Reed, not Lee.
Wow, I got so excited that he was doing the shaka.
He
was doing the shaka.
Yeah. It's an interesting last name.
Trevor Reed making his AEW debut here tonight on Dark.
Interesting. It's not R-E-E-D. It's R-E-A-D. It should be D-E-A-D. That's what's going to happen. D-E-A-D.
And his opponent from New Orleans, Louisiana, weighing 198 pounds, Absolute Ricky Starks.
arguably the most successful athlete here in AEW, a proud member of Team Taz, a close personal friend of mine, trying to get Ricky to move to Brooklyn and get out of New Orleans, but he loves it there in the Cajun country.
Taz, who are you better friends with, Cage or Starks?
Starks. Yeah,
you didn't even hesitate.
Yeah. Cage would be good. But no, Ricky and I, you know, we have a lot more in common. Our fashion sense, our nutritional skills, you know, the way we tweeze our eyebrows, stuff like that.
Gotcha.
You know, manscaping type stuff. Where Cage is not like that. Cage is just a beast, you know?
Oh! Ricky Starks wasting no time, just teeing off on Trevor Reed.
That's how it's done. That's how athletes like Ricky Starks and athletes like Brian Cage conduct themselves, especially while being overlooked. As I said recently on Dynamite, it's disrespectful and horrible that these men are not getting an opportunity individually to wrestle at Full Gear.
Trevor Reed sent into the ropes. Ricky Starks drop kicks him out of the ring, but Reed hanging on to that rope, the middle rope, to prevent spilling out to the floor.
Trevor Reed should have just kept going. He should just jump over the guardrail and get the hell out of here while he can, because Ricky, I can see it in his eyes, he's got bad intentions. Do you not agree that Ricky should be getting the opportunity for the TNT Championship that Cody possesses, not Darby? Do you agree with that? Beautiful delayed vertical suplex, by the way. Do you not agree with that? Please. Don't be on the fence now, bro. Come on. No one can hear this but me and you. Just you and I.
What I think, Taz, is largely irrelevant because the match was made for Full Gear. It is Cody and Darby Allin tomorrow night on pay-per-view with the TNT Championship on the line.
And I think it's going to be an amazing match. I do. But I really, both of those men have a lot in common, as I said on Dynamite. They both do. They're entitled. They get everything they want, and it's annoying. It's annoying. Really, with Ricky Starks and Brian Cage, that doesn't happen for these men. They got to grind for everything, buddy. Everything.
Trevor Reed. Oh! Atomic drop.
Oh, look at the speed.
Ricky
look at the speed.
Starks.
Look at Ricky.
Oh!
Lordy B, Lordy B. It's like he's running sprints.
He just absolutely trucked him. And
oh, buddy.
Now with
Here
Reed.
we go, me and you together. But
Rochambeau!
Yeah!
Academic from there.
The winner of this match, absolute Ricky Starks.
The revolution is televised.
It's just tremendous, really, he is. It's unbelievable.
Trevor Reed might have been a little more successful if he brought his brother Dwayne with him, but right now Ricky Starks victorious here tonight.
Don't matter if he brought his brother Reed, what's his name you said? Dwayne
Reed.
If he brought his cousin Walgreens, it doesn't matter who he brings. He was going to get his ass whooped because look at the speed on that spear, just tremendous. And then the Rochambeau.
Starks just cut him in half with that spear. And after that, I'm not even sure he needed the Rochambeau, Taz. It was just a formality from that.
Or that textbook cradle. I mean, it's just tremendous. Just that's how Ricky rolls. You know, that's how, he's locked in. Usually he'll come over, he'll say hello, he'll wave to me. He's just locked in.
Ricky
Starks, I'm not offended. It's
locked in. That TNT Championship match tomorrow night at Full Gear. Big shotty Lee Johnson goes one-on-one with one half of the Best Friends, Chuck Taylor, in our main event coming up next.
Let them know I'ma make it with one shot.
This contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing 180 pounds, Lee Johnson.
Taz, you see it right there on the bottom of the screen, the Nightmare Family's Lee Johnson. Cody recently announced on his Twitter that Lee Johnson had joined the Nightmare family along with Gun Club, Billy and Austin Gunn.
Yeah, Cody, just like out of nowhere, I guess he got together with his group and his whole unit, and they decided to just go on a recruiting spree on the down low. No one knew nothing about it. I knew nothing about it. Next thing I know, it's like just some random afternoon on an off day, and people just added to the Nightmare family. That's what I'm saying about Cody. Sometimes it's just a little sketchy, I'm being honest.
And his opponent from Murray, Kentucky, weighing 217 pounds, Chuck Taylor.
Chuck Taylor, one half of the best friends. Seems like the animosity between the best friends and Kip Sabian and Miro is far from over.
Oh, that's big tension there for sure. Stuff on Dynamite was wild.
Yeah, Trent in an intensely physical match with Miro hung with him, but ultimately, I think the real story was after the match when Kip and Miro continued their assault on Chuck Taylor and Trent, and Orange Cassidy
off the top
coming to their rescue.
Yeah, this should be an interesting matchup here. I will say this. I mean, because I called down the middle, you know me. Lee Johnson aligning with Cody in the Nightmare family. You have a plethora of veterans that are successful in that group, from Cody, from QT, from Dustin, that can really help someone, and obviously Arn Anderson.
Yeah, the head coach.
Can really assist a talented athlete like Lee Johnson. For sure. I do think Lee made a mistake. That's just me. Because there's other groups maybe he could have done, shine better in. Let's put it that way.
Saying there could have been a spot for Lee Johnson and Team Taz?
Well, I implied it. I didn't really say it, but I get your drift. Yeah.
Well, I was trying to get you to clarify.
No, I didn't, and I wouldn't, and I can't.
Head scissors there by Lee Johnson.
Chuck quickness.
Able to shrug it off. Lee gets behind. Arm hammerlock. Drop
nice
hold.
Yeah, nice outside drop hold. Floats over to a front headlock. A nice switch right there by Lee. Got a front headlock with an arm lock. He had it. The thing too, I will say this. Look, as far as Cody, man. Like, I got to be honest. Like, I didn't with Team Taz. Like, we didn't start nothing with Cody. Cody went out on social media and took a little shot at Starks and Team Taz. He did, and it was like out of nowhere. So I was a little offended by that. I really was. I don't know if you saw it, but you probably have us all muted knowing you. But that's a whole other story.
How did you know?
I have an app, bro. I have an app that could show me. That's how.
Lee Johnson backs Chuck Taylor into the ropes. Chuck using that big shoulder tackle.
Looks ripped. Chuck looks ripped.
Those armbands on.
That makes him look more ripped.
Yeah,
He's jacked, bro. He's jacked. Chuck can go. He's deceivingly, highly athletic in there, super tough, battle-tested as Chuck. Underrated for his offense, I feel. He really is.
Yeah, Chuck Taylor has been really, he's been on quite a roll here in the tag team division, but he's an accomplished singles wrestler in his own right. And actually, Lee Johnson using his agility there, steps under, leapfrog up and over the top. Chuck Taylor, eats the drop kick from Big Shotty.
Great stuff right there by Lee Johnson. I'm sure Cody's got to be proud of him for that. That was very impressive. Even Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, gets a little nod of
even
appreciation.
Orange Cassidy is impressed.
Lee Johnson. Interesting to note that Lee Johnson, one of his biggest inspirations in pro wrestling is Kenny Omega, but another big inspiration was when Kenny Omega and Chuck Taylor teamed together. Their biggest rival, El Generico, also a huge inspiration of Lee Johnson.
Well, ultra talented people right there. So Lee Johnson's got good taste and good wrestling. That's evident. Right now, he's getting stomped pretty heavy here by Chuck.
I'm sure he was going to say Taz is a big inspiration as well, but he just ran out of time.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. Listen, not a lot of the young guys, put me over like that. They don't say, because my style in the ring, I wasn't trying to impress kids. I wasn't a role model. I basically just tried to beat the living hell out of people and choke you out and suplex. That was really it. So I didn't care who liked me.
Chuck Taylor.
I still don't. As long as Ricky Starks and Brian Cage like me. Okay, one of those guys likes me all the time. More than one other, but that's a whole nother story. But I'm just saying, I just need my guys, to support me. Right now, Lee Johnson, I got to be honest, just an observation, if I don't mind, if you don't mind me saying it.
I'm just going to let you speak uninterrupted for 5 minutes.
Well, I mean, look, he's new in the Nightmare family, is Lee Johnson. And I see Trent on the outside supporting Chuck. I see Orange Cassidy supporting, Chuck. I don't see not one member of the Nightmare family out here supporting Lee Johnson.
Chuck Taylor rolls through, captures the head of Lee Johnson. Bit of an unorthodox head scissors there. He's got the arm captured. as well as the head.
Yeah, it's you got to try to turn to your back. Well, that's the. I thought Lee would turn his back, but once you hook that hand, man, that's
almost like a Cobra clutch with the leg in place of the arm.
Yeah, very unique hold here. Well done by Chuck.
Lee Johnson able to escape, or I'm not sure if he escaped or Chuck just cut bait there. Oh!
Sometimes you use a submission. You know this, right?
Taz, you know what the late great Tracy Smothers used to call that kick?
I love Tracy and I miss him already, but no, tell me.
Completely unnecessary.
That's something that he would have said. I've never heard him say that, but yes, that's definitely sounds like a Tracyism.
Chuck Taylor, moonsault off the middle rope, nobody home. Lee Johnson, clothesline, takes Chuck off his feet, a second one.
Great impact, great power right there by Lee Johnson.
Chuck Taylor staggering back to the ropes. Lee Johnson rips the chest of Chuck Taylor with that chop. Reversal into the corner. Chuck Taylor charges in, drop to hold, sends Chuck face first on that turnbuckle pad.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Chuck's in trouble. Look at Lee. What's he up to here?
Big shotty Lee Johnson. Oh! Just nothing fancy about that, Taz. It's just a kick.
Yeah, I don't know if Lee should have did it in that corner where Trent was and Orange, but everything was cool.
Chuck Taylor with the soul food.
Soul food, yes.
Lee Johnson on roller skates. Drops down, spins him out. Blue Thunder bomb by Lee Johnson. 1, 2, no! Did not put the ankles over the shoulders of Chuck Taylor.
Yeah, that's the key with that right there. I think, too, if leaning forward a little bit would have helped, but you know, Chuck's got some size on Lee, and I think Lee struggled a little bit trying to get him up and down, but it worked. Not enough to get the win, though.
Those are the instincts that will come in time for Lee Johnson. But right now, despite his relative inexperience compared to Chuck Taylor. Oh,
my God. That's got to be it.
2. Oh, Lee Johnson.
That was an insane sit-out pile bomb. That was crazy. Lee Johnson showing you how tough he is to kick out of that.
Tremendous toughness, tremendous fortitude by Lee Johnson.
Popped up in that sit-out bomb, man. That was wild.
Chuck Taylor done the deal. No!
Got a little cocky to Chuck.
Nobody kicks out of the Falcon Arrow.
Well, Lee Johnson does. I got to hit you with that one. But I'll tell you, right now, if you're Chuck, man, don't waste time. Keep the pressure on Lee.
Chuck Taylor headed to the top. Diving foot stomps to the chest of Lee Johnson. Chucky T covers. No!
You could see the facial expression on that kick out of Lee. He was having none of that. He was not getting beat.
And you see the facial expression of Chuck Taylor, disbelief that Lee Johnson is still in this fight. But Lee would love nothing more than come away with a victory after having just joining the Nightmare family. Make Cody proud, make the head coach Arn proud.
Yeah, where is the Nightmare family? Like, I'd love to see one of them out here. I'm just making an observation. I'm sure I'll get heat for it, but I'm just saying.
What?
You're saying nothing back to me on it.
You get heat?
I live for the heat, bro. You kidding me?
Chuck Taylor and Lee Johnson fighting on the ropes. Lee Johnson recognizes the danger that he was going to be in.
Oh, damn!
Cracks Chuck with that enzigiri, and now the missile drop kick sends Chuck Taylor out to the floor.
Tremendous. Lee Johnson looking spectacular here.
Big shotty. Lee Johnson takes to the skies.
What?
Of course, Cassie was so impressed. He high-fived Lee, and Trent's even impressed.
That's something right there. I'll tell you. Yeah, what the hell? Get Bryce out here. Give him a high five, too. Everybody high five.
Oh, Lee Johnson charged in, but went right into the knee. Oh, stuffed pile driver. Chuck Taylor covers 2. Oh, Lee Johnson again.
What a match these two are having. He can't believe it. Chuck's like, what do I got to do to beat this kid?
Lee Johnson will not go softly into the night. Chuck Taylor maybe thinking awful waffle. If he hits it, that's got to be the end.
He just said it. Wall. I heard him.
Oh! There it was. And there he goes. Chuck Taylor spikes Lee Johnson and picks up the victory.
The winner of this match, Chuck Taylor.
Well, Dred's impressed, even Orange Cassidy. They were impressed with both guys, even especially their own man. But, I mean, what an outing by Lee Johnson. I would assume Cody and the rest of the Nightmare family's got to be very happy with that outing by Lee. I'm again being honest out here.
Yeah, Lee's still looking for that elusive first victory. Oh, man. Just a nasty spike on the side. I mean, he came in at such a weird angle, did Lee Johnson, but Orange Cassidy.
Well, someone's got to support Lee.
Yeah, Orange Cassidy and Trent very, very supportive of Lee, much more so, as you were saying, Taz, than the Nightmare family.
Yeah, they're going to do the whole big the hug gimmick.
You got to give the people what they want, Taz.
So you even do that line even if it's not Trent and Chuck? Shouldn't you only do it if it's Trent and Chuck?
We had a tremendous night of action here on this special Friday edition of AEW Dark, but tomorrow night at 8/7 Central, it is Full Gear. The AEW World Championship will be on the line in an I Quit match as champion Jon Moxley defends against Eddie Kingston. Not only that, the AEW World Title Eliminator Tournament will conclude tomorrow night. Hangman Adam Page goes one-on-one with Kenny Omega. The AEW World Tag Team Championship will be on the line as FTR defends against the Young Bucks. Tully Blanchard will be banned from ringside, but the Young Bucks putting added pressure on themselves. If they are not successful tomorrow night, they will never challenge for the AEW World Tag Team Championship again. The AEW Women's World Championship will be on the line when Hikaru Shida defends against the native beast, Nyla Rose, with Vicky Guerrero in her corner. It will be the Elite Deletion for the first time ever. Matt Hardy, Sammy Guevara. It's gonna be wild. The TNT Championship will be on the line as Cody defends against Darby Allin tomorrow night at Full Gear. Le Champion Chris Jericho goes one-on-one with Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF. And if MJF wins, he's allowed to join the Inner Circle. Dark Order's John Silver, number 4, goes one-on-one with Orange Cassidy at Full Gear tomorrow night. And on the buy-in ahead of the big show, the NWA Women's World Championship will be on the line as Serena Deeb defends her title against former champion Allison Kay. It'll be all that and so much more tomorrow night at Full Gear, 8/7 Central. You don't want to miss it. For myself, Excalibur, and Taz, good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow at Full Gear.